What's up, everybody? This is Kev here with Shelle. We're back again. Here's part two of our roundtable talk with the other two couples. Remember, it's a married couple and engaged couple. Then there's us, we're the new couple. So, hope everybody enjoys. Just to give a little feedback on what relationships are like and marriage and engagement. All right.
Bye.
But I'm just curious. I'm glad you said that because I feel like for women, it's a competition. Like when one get married or engaged, the damn ball will drop for everybody else.
Frozen. You're frozen.
You're frozen.
You okay?
Answer this question, women. Is it a competition?
I don't think it's a competition. Can I go? I start it off. I don't think it's a competition. But if, like, for instance, me, like I was raised by my grandparents, but before I was with my grandparents, I was raised by my parents. They were two, people in the household. All my uncles and aunties are married, So for me, I was bred to want to grow up and want to be married. But I'm also so headstrong to where if you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would have told you the way my life would have went, right? I didn't factor in the degrees that I would be pursuing. Otherwise, I probably would have been married about 24, had a baby about 26. That's just how much I organize things. I make a grocery list when I go to the grocery store. So it's natural when you get in a relationship and you start getting these milestones to where you're like, okay, this is where I need to be. This because I'm programmed to be like, okay, it needs to be like this, needs to be like this, da, 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 da. So when I get in my relationship, I don't view it as a competition, but after so long, it's just kind of like, okay, there was a period I was restless with him. 7 years? I need answers. Now I will say
Next.
I will say
next.
Can I put I promise I ain't gonna be long-winded. I will say, like I said before, that I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted from him. I knew what I wanted, but I wasn't open to change within myself because in my mind, I'm already perfect. I'm perfect and you joining in with me. Like, right, let's make this work. But I have absolutely like a tunnel full of flaws that I would not have known. Don't be disrespectful. I would not have known had he not brought it to me because in my mind, I'm just like, oh, I would have been doing this. I'd have been okay, boom, boom, boom. But in those 7 years, I don't regret it because we've had our tumultuous times and, we had the great times, but had we not had those waves and the oceans that we had to go through, we wouldn't be here at all. And when you go through that stuff, you got to make that conscious decision that everybody like, okay, either we're going to call this quits, we're going to be done. But when you make that decision, how am I going to feel when I see you with somebody else?
Woo! But to piggyback on that, I'm going to say that I think the environment you grow up is very important and plays a key role in that as well. Because like I said, I never was interested in being married or having, picket fence. I didn't get married to Paul till later on in my life. And so like I wasn't raised in a 2-parent household. So I didn't see like the affection. And so it's not anything that ever interests me because I never saw it. So, and Paul was brought up in a 2-parent household. So his his ideas and my ideas when we first got together were different, but then once I realized he was the one for me, you compromise and you figure it out.
Bingo.
That's right. I would say as far as the competition goes, no, it's definitely not a competition.
He said for women.
It is absolutely not a competition.
Oh,
so
it's not a competition for guys, Paul. I'm with you. It's not a competition for the guys.
For women, I think for women it's not a competition. It absolutely is not a competition. And I feel like it's wrong because like certain women over time have put in like all these stipulations on the things that you have to do. And honestly, it's a headache, man, because you gotta like get this type of ring. You gotta make sure their nails done. These people gotta be here. These people can't be here. This person better film it. Don't put it on this social media. It's like, do you love me or not?
That's what you're going with?
Do you love me or
are not.
No, he's right though, because that's how he had to be with me, because I had no interest in being married. So he was like, okay, if you love me, then we're gonna do this thing. We got a baby, which, and, you know, we didn't get married because of the baby. But he's like, if you love me, then you would want to be with me.
So
You
my
know,
suggestion to the fellas is just take your time, man. Get that ring, because really it don't matter what you say. When you pop that thing open, you know what I'm saying?
Shut your
The
face.
shimmer in their eyes, they gonna say yes.
Frozen. You frozen.
I would say, to piggyback what Arlicia was saying about how she's seen her life laid out. If you would have asked me coming out of high school, so what you gonna do? I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna meet the man of my dreams. I'm gonna get married. We're gonna have babies, and then I'm gonna be 25. All before. All that. And then I'll turn 25. And the only thing I done graduated with 2 degrees, and that's about it. That kept me warm at night. Couldn't keep a man, couldn't get a man, couldn't do nothing with a man. And so honestly, by the time I hit around 28, 29, I honestly thought I wasn't ever gonna get married. I was like, oh well, I'ma just, just go. I got my niece, I got my nephew, and I'ma just go join this dance team. I'ma just go live life right now. And then he decided to shoot his shot.
You better play that basketball,
Swish.
All night.
But even still, I don't ever pressure him about marriage or bring it up. One, we're fairly new in this thing. I mean, if he would have proposed 3 months after, I probably would have said yes.
Y'all gonna get married. I ain't worried about that.
we are. But I'm
Me
just
and
saying.
Paul got a bet on how long it's gonna take.
So we can win.
I do my $20 so I can bet.
Let me bet.
Yeah.
Now you ain't
Let me
Outside bets will be placed on Facebook.
Mark, what we got next? You
I'm sorry, I don't know none of these questions. He got all the questions.
How much alone time do you feel like you need in your relationship?
I think that depends on whether you're married, whether you're engaged, or whether you're newly into a relationship.
Okay.
Because
Are we talking like daily, weekly, monthly? What do you mean?
see,
Paul needs to.
I don't know how to answer that.
I guess for the married couple, the engaged couple, then the single couple.
because I feel that that's a very important part of our relationship because we have so much going on. We both have careers. We have a daughter in college, and we have 2 small children, and we have a household to take care of, and we take care of my disabled mother. So I feel like we have to have that time, just me and him, or it will not work. Because you have to be able to have that time with your partner where it's just the 2 of y'all, because that's how it started. It started with just the 2 of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how it started. And I just feel like, and me and Paul make sure we do date nights. Can't do it all the time, but we definitely make sure that, you know, we have our date nights, or we do Netflix and chill, you know, and I just feel like that's very, very important, because there was a time where we weren't able to do that. And then we realized, like, okay, we have to take a step back, and this is something we have to do. What you laughing at?
Because I birthed and I was trying to be silent, and he looked at me.
You know, everybody can see you burp. Like when you like try to be silent, you like. We can see that.
But no, I totally
Glad
agree.
you answered that question, because I definitely took that question a different way.
I think she took it. I was thinking probably the way you was thinking. Like I meant like kind of to yourself.
Alone by yourself, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
It's
no,
okay.
you need all of
We
that.
don't have kids.
But I have a rebuttal.
Rebuttal.
But when you married and you add one, there ain't no to yourself.
Here's the deal. So like, here's my dilemma with that. By nature, I'm an introvert. Like outside of my family or my sorority sisters, I'm most comfortable in the house reading, right? Don't like to go to the mall. I do my online shopping. That's just me as a person. Like sometimes I get anxiety. I just don't like people. I shouldn't say I don't like people, but it's just not a comfort zone for me. I love the security of my home. Whereas this loquacious fella right here never met a stranger. He's never met a stranger. He can go anywhere and just be in the vibe. Whereas for me, when we go places, it's kind of different because I'm just like, I'll play the corner. All right, going back to the alone time, because I'm an introvert, I'm okay with being alone. But I also feel like because he have a demanding job where he could be called at 12 o'clock at night and he got to drop what he's doing to go run. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's extremely important to be like, okay, I'm going to dedicate 2 times a month to be like, I'm going to make you feel special, or we are going to do something together, you know, because you can get so hung up on your day-to-day life, your career, playing a game. And to
Say it again. Say it again.
Okay, for the folks in the back. Look at him.
Damn game.
Frozen. You frozen.
But in his mind,
Frozen. You frozen.
but okay, here it is. In his mind, it's nothing wrong because I'm in the house with you. So I don't see the problem because I'm at home. Whereas, yes, you're at home, but you're not with me. I don't have your undivided attention. So to be like, okay, and I did this before the coronavirus started. In my class, I used popsicle sticks to call on kids. Well, I took about 12 of those popsicle sticks. And in fact, I had them when I went to Charlotte, when I was at your house for the game night. And it was just little silly stuff like going bowling, going to a bar, go play pool, go take a, swim, have a picnic, little stuff like that to be like, okay, twice a month, we're going to pull a popsicle stick and do something. Because if you don't do that, you get so comfortable with not doing it. Then it's just like, sometimes I won't see him until it's time to go to sleep. And I take sleeping pills because I'm nocturnal. So there's been times he's gotten off work and he missed me. And if I didn't kiss him, in the morning, be like, hey, baby, I'm going, he won't see me until I give him a kiss the next morning. So you got to be like forceful and aggressive. Like, okay, we got to do this for us. Otherwise, you'll miss that and you just get so, consumed with the habit of, okay, going to work, but that you forget the us in there, if that makes any sense.
And also, if you don't have time for yourself, you start to lose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get consumed with everybody else that you're looking out for, or taking care of, or loving. And then you wake up one morning and be like, wait a minute, this is not even who I am. I don't even know who I am anymore. All I be wanting to do is sleep with my alone time. Paul be like,
that's understandable.
Paul be like, what you want to do for your alone time? I'll be like, watch these kids so I can get me a nap.
Sound exactly like me, love it.
So time out. Here's my thing. For the alone time.
Don't make us freeze you.
Real.
No, I all jokes to the side. Now I probably should do better with saying, hey, I need to set this time to the side for our relationship. Because in my head, because I live with her, I know I'm gonna come home every night to her. I know that on the weekend we're gonna have, because we don't have kids and things like that. I know we're gonna spend so much time together. So when I actually have the time to, it could be to get on the game, it could be to go to a game, but when those things happen, that is my alone time. Because she doesn't like sports. So if I say I'm about to go to a basketball game, that is me in my alone time. She can't be like, hey, you can't go to the basketball game because I want to go do this, this, and this. This is what I'm choosing to do for my alone time because we don't have the opportunity to, when I'm not doing work, I'm here with her. So when I actually have something I can choose to do.
Doing what?
I'm gonna be in the man cave. But I'm here.
I'm here with her in the man cave. Did you get that?
I got
I'm not selling drugs.
Okay.
But that's where I'm at.
He missed the
Okay.
question again. He missed it.
How'd you got a hand up?
With that thought process, I wasn't raised this way, but I found out after I had my smallest children that thinking that tomorrow is promised to you, like, oh, I'm gonna go to the game today because I'm gonna hang out with her this weekend. You never know, and the things that me and Paul been going through lately is like, as far as death and stuff like that. You never know when your last conversation is your actual last conversation. And I just having the mindset of like, oh yeah, I can go play basketball because I'm gonna be hanging with her all weekend. Anything you want to treat somebody that's your last time, and if tomorrow is not promised to you, you did everything you did for that person.
Audrey, I do agree with that.
You never want to lose somebody and have no type of regret.
Those regrets. I shoulda.
But I
I
don't.
see a bottle of wine. What kind of wine you like, Audrey?
Audrey, I agree with it. But what I'm saying is, if we do spend time together, never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna get.
Hold on. My hand is raised. So I get what she's saying. Well, Audrey, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like you're saying that you won't know when it's your last time with someone, you never know. So every day you're gonna like, I will talk to her every day. Like we're gonna talk to each other every day. But at the same time, we don't stay together. So like if I'm at home, I'm playing a game, like I might have a day to myself to where I'm just, it's my day. Like I'm just
Sorry.
yeah, I mean, that's my day though. Like I'm chilling. I'm not bothering nobody. She knows I'm here. It's not like I'm going anywhere. And then there'll be a day, it'll be our day or a night, anything like that. Of course, now it's a little weirder because we got because we got all this stuff that's going on, and I'm not
Guidelines.
Like we don't got COVID because usually it's like work, practice, kickball, stuff like that. So of course I'm doing those things, and then we had like a little schedule we worked out where I would go to her house sometimes, and then sometimes she come to my house, and we still had something on the weekend. But
I think what Audrey's saying is make sure that when you do something, you do it without regret.
Yeah.
Like make sure you're not always putting somebody on hold because you want to get done what you want to get done, and then I'll handle her later.
But I don't think you put her on hold.
No, but I'm just saying, I think that was her point of view of it.
Paul got his hand.
Paul, go ahead.
I feel like I'm just gonna throw this number out there. We'll probably never get it, but I would say probably about 2 hours a week at minimum of alone time is needed, man. But it's not really about the game as much as it is time away where we can like clear our head, think about other stuff. We might be playing the game, but there's a million other things going on in our head, and like for lack of better, well, I'm not gonna say distraction, but like
it is. You better.
It's a distraction. It's so you could it distracts you from everything else that's going on in the world. It's your peace.
No, I meant my wife as the distraction, but not necessarily the distraction. Just I can't think straight. You know what I'm saying? If that's constantly on your mind, then that's where your mind will go. But if you're playing a game, if you're just out there, you know, you might be thinking of a million things and some ways to make money. But if y'all don't want us to play the game, then we ain't gonna think of that, and then we just gonna be broke.
Oh.
Time is the release. I get that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just be mindful. All we're asking for is mindfulness. This man will get up on any given day, and I don't need you to rebuke me, Kevin. He can get up at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock. Will not cook me breakfast, right? He will not cook me breakfast. I am not an early riser. He'll go across the hall in his cave, scream, "Mom, want to play the game." I wake up about 11 or 12 o'clock. I come and I sit in my recliner to read my book. He will come out here and say, "Baby, I want to have breakfast." I'm sorry, you done been up for how long? But
you didn't even talk and you frozen.
You want me to cook you breakfast, but you done been up. Now, if you're going to be in that game from the 6th to the 9th hour, then I'm going to need for you to at least cook me a sausage and a little link. Toast, a little bit of jam.
What time that's supposed to happen?
When his ass get up before he get to Kevin.
It's gonna be cold.
You don't ever have to worry about breakfast because me and Aiden don't even wake up till noon.
It's gonna be cold.
That's much. I don't eat a whole lot. Give me a little sausage, a little bacon. I just now started eating grits.
And a little link.
And put it in the microwave. I'll wake up eventually, and then I won't
grits in the microwave.
Stuff works. But hold on. But if he works,
no, you say grits in the microwave.
I'm saying, but listen, when he cook it, put it in the microwave for me.
Okay.
But my thing is, if he were to do something like that, and I wake up, let's say 11 or 1 o'clock, and I come and I have
11 or 1,
and I have food waiting for me, I'm gonna be like, damn, baby, thank you. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, he didn't been on this game, da, da, da. Now I gotta wake up and fend for myself. On top of that, his ass ain't gonna hesitate to tell me, I want some noodles, I want something to eat. You gonna go get us something to eat? Then I'll be like, oh, he cooked me breakfast. Like, I'm appreciative. I'm gonna let his ass play that game. Cause you thought of me before you went back there. But when I get up, that's when he tell me, I want some wings. I want this. What the fuck you done been? I'm sorry, YouTube. But what you done been doing this whole time? Questions that need answers.
So we're gonna go to the next question, but I want you to know that is not how it happens.
Lies.
I know that's not how it happens.
Lies.
This is her story. This is my story.
You keep running your eyes red.
Something in there.
I'm sorry. So when it comes to the game, Treese and Kevin are definitely.
What was the question?
I don't even. You need alone time. I don't mind that Kevin gets on the game. For the most part, there are times where I'll be like, "You can handle so much other stuff for at least 2 hours right now before you get back on this game," and he knows it. And I'll be sitting there like, "Cause we don't live together, so there's like out of the day, out of the week, I'll be like, I'm not even gonna come over. You ain't even gotta worry about me. You can have that whole game to yourself." Because I know when we do get moving together, it might be a little different. But I already told him, you can have your own little room. You can play your game. I think it'll be actually much different because I just like his presence. So it's like I'm able to, he's there. So I'm like, all right, cool. But if he calling him on the phone while he playing that game is non-existent. All I hear is, hey, shoot, pass. And I'll be like, bye.
Shelle, I'm sorry to inform you. Don't give his ass no room, because if he gets that room, I would rather him be sitting on the couch. When we was in the apartment, I'd be like, oh, he always using a cable because we only had one cable box, and that was in the living room. He was always in. He got that little room. I got a knock to get in, and then I can't even come and check on him. Sometimes I be just want to go check on him, make sure he's still alive and breathing. Something what you want. I'm like, well, damn, can I at least sit in the chair that's right there, the empty chair? Can I sit there? I'm not welcome. And that's what we want to be under him. Not my Treese Javon O'Neal.
Y'all know, y'all hear, you see Paul being quiet because I don't say nothing about him.
That's a church mouse, Audrey.
Because I don't say nothing about him playing the game. Because you know what? When it's time for me to do what the hell I want to do, you better not say nothing because you've been on that game for 5 hours.
Mumbling word. But then he get indignant. He done been on that game all day. Now, if I say I'm finna go to the store, where you finna go? Oh, you can wait on me. Wait 20 minutes. No. Wait, you didn't have me wait. But wait a minute, I'm almost done, and that almost done turned into another hour.
That doesn't happen.
Next question, please. Next question.
But y'all see Paul quiet over there because I don't say nothing.
His Wi-Fi. Blame it on your Wi-Fi, Paul.
Messed up. Can't hear you. And what's the next question?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. I think this is
I
actually
feel
the
like I
last.
might be needing to get more mad about this game.
This is actually the last.
Baby,
question.
you doing amazing. Sensational.
This is the last one.
Just, baby, remember, it's not a competition, baby.
I don't know what to do and say. My kind of guy.
Let me tell you, in Florida, that keep it up. Because when I fly down there, guess what? Keep it up. I hold a grudge. I'm a Leo.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So keep it at top. I love you too, baby. Go ahead with
I
the
do.
Sorry.
Last question. What's the main way you show your love to your significant other?
Ain't nobody jumping in.
I'll jump in. I think the main way I show my love is just by doing small things like today, I cut the grass. Even though I don't live there, I still. But
Fine, I'll have some other man to cut my grass then. How about that?
God damn.
How much you gonna pay him?
Listen.
Exactly. Like, hey, you go.
Nope. You go. What?
Anyways, even before we had gotten deeper into our relationship, I offered to cut your grass.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cutting grass is love?
Is it not?
Help me understand.
If I don't live, hold on. I don't live there.
I mean, Say actions. Your actions.
Please say actions. Just don't limit it to cutting grass.
Great.
No, I wasn't done, but you know, y'all got
That
so
was
much
his
to
first
say.
example.
Thank you, Paul.
Don't listen to Paul.
I didn't even get to get my
Paul is
sentence out
listening.
before-
Maybe if y'all listen, y'all can hear what he said. The
before
man
all three
said
of these young
actions
ladies-
like cutting the grass.
But just say actions. It sounds better.
But he
He
had to
said,
All right, actions. I'm done.
hey, that's a great answer. I would
Actions.
just say, I would say affection because I love like giving hugs. And what the hell is going on over there?
Oh, your battery was going dead on your damn laptop, so I had to move.
I love you.
Fuck you.
But yeah, I would just say just just signs of affection. Lots of hugs and kisses. Audrey doesn't like it, so that makes it even better.
To wrap up, Kevin, I think he shows a lot of his love by what? You're saying you're gonna cut me off. I'm trying to. Okay, well you stop. We'll keep going.
Go ahead. What do you have to say for your love? How do you show your love?
I show my love by catering to him. So by supporting him, I know he loves to coach. So I make sure I show up at all his games. I make sure I go to his kickball games. I make sure that when he loses, we talk about it. He vents, we talk about it. When he wins, we talk about it. Like anything that he finds that he cares, like has a good passion for, I make sure that I'm there to listen to him and not blow him off. And because, coaching is his thing. And so I want to meet him where he's at. So I think that's how I show my love for him.
I didn't talk enough tonight.
So I guess the way that I show my love is I do cater to her. The one thing that I do know that I do inside the relationship is whenever I make a decision or a thought that comes to my mind, I always think about how it's going to affect her. And with that, whenever we move forward, if it was between getting a house, if it's going to be spending money on something,
Frugal, cheap.
I thought you said you were on top.
I'm sorry.
And also, I will say that out of everybody in her life, I'm the one who challenged her, and she gonna always have a rebuttal back. But out of everybody who challenged her, she will listen to me. So it'll be hard sometimes, but she does listen to me when she needs somebody to really critique her. I'll be the one to do it, and we can still be together afterwards. It ain't gonna work like that with everybody. She didn't cut off a lot of people, but I fell on that sword and got up plenty of times.
By the grace of God, by the grace of him. That's why.
Won't he do it?
Won't he? Okay, so I got the tail end of the question because I had to go take a potty break. But it was like, how do you show your love? Was that the question?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of answered this early with affection. But we had you don't know because we sit counseling like marriage, not premarital things like that. And one thing that's kind of interesting is that even though he still hasn't done it, but I'm not throwing him under the bus, but I kind of am throwing him under the bus. But before we go deep into our counseling, they give us 2 assessments to take just to see who we are as individuals and how it's going to merge us together. So once we both take those assessments, then he'll get the results and then he can kind of lead and guide us down to me being Christian and him being Baptist. But going with how you show your affection or your love, I guess I've always been like the affectionate type. I'm always like giving, like I would give my last, you know what I'm saying? But he brought to my attention and somebody brought me this book and y'all probably heard of it before.
I did.
Yes, somebody brought me this book, Ms. Wate's Trish. Yeah. She was a 5th grade teacher. I was working as a para, working on my master's, and she was like, you need to explore, you need to do this and that. And she's like, I'm gonna get you this book. And I never really cracked it open, but he was like, if we continue with his services, and this is a book that he will require us to read. And he was like, in this book, it'll show you who you are with showing your love. He was like, there are some people who share their love with affection, and you know, there are some people who share their love with time. But I guess it's just something I really gotta get into to read to see who I really am as a person, so that once I find out who I am, I can really like thrive on that to give him what he needs. Because of course, how I show my love for him is gonna be totally different from him. But I just want to make sure that I give my all in doing so, because I don't want him to feel like he's shortchanged in, you know, capacity. But I tell y'all something, he a little bit right, because I listen a little bit, because when he get mad, Neil don't never get mad, y'all. When he get mad, I just look, and then 10 minutes later,
Not just look.
I just be looking. But you know, but like I said, with polar opposites, and I think that is what helped me out. I can't see myself being with somebody like me. We would never make it.
I already get that.
With him being just so like mellow, he easy going, you know, I could appreciate that pace because it calms me down. Because when I come home and I'm amped up and I'm ready to bust somebody's head, he helped me out.
Paul, don't say nothing.
So now I'll finish mine. So like cutting the grass and
Actions. We said actions.
I can't never
Keep going.
never finish.
Just keep going.
Audrey keep cutting me off.
Sorry, I'm done.
Like cutting the grass and actions. Things like I'll send her like random text messages just to show her how much she's appreciated, like little small things. Maybe one day out of the month, I'll just, you know, send her when she was working. I would send her like an edible arrangement or buy some flowers.
When I was working, I'm still working, babe. You just did that.
Girl.
Yeah,
But just trying to do little things to just make sure she knows that she's appreciated, she's loved. That's one of the goals that I keep to myself, to make sure that she's happy.
So Kevin, you are in acts of service. That's you.
I don't need you to tell me what we already went over that.
I'm trying to figure out what mine is. Mine is receiving gifts.
We know.
I will say for me, to show my love, I try to put my husband before myself. I try to, I mean, it's little things like Kevin said, actions like going to the grocery store and picking up his favorite food or picking up his favorite candy, you know, just because my husband's so easy. Like when you ask him what you want from the grocery store, he's like, nothing. You know, it's never like, oh, I want this, I want that. So just knowing what he likes and knowing, you know, what makes him tick and what makes him happy and what makes him peaceful at night to get a good night's rest, you know, just putting him before myself, even though we do have a lot going on with our kids and everything. Just trying to put him first as much as I possibly can.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate y'all. This was a very loving, action-packed
Y'all, this was the
experience.
This was the hole. You see that in my window?
Oh Lord. I'm so glad you survived, Shelle.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Oh, just
It's the main one who is happy that you're here. I really enjoy it.
This guy.
I bet you he ain't even let you win, did he?
no.
Hell no.
Still beat me.
You gotta earn
My
these
man.
dubs. I ain't letting nobody do shit. My kids gonna be mad at me when I have them. They gonna never win this shit.
Ain't nobody gonna give them nothing in life. You got to let them earn it.
You
Deserve
gotta earn whatever you get in life.
Hence, we don't have children.
But when we
Yeah.
Right your eyes.
But anyways, I appreciate y'all for joining us.
Thank y'all.
I thank y'all very much. Trisha getting on the sticks?
No.
He can't because I gotta do my homework, so I let him. I allow.
Hey man, I want to play.
No, your Xbox is here.
I know. Hey,
We already
hey.
talked about that PlayStation.
We talk about that.
Hey, my coworker bought a PlayStation, so text me your gamer tag. I can play on his joint.
Gosh,
lit.
bro.
He got Call of Duty.
That's
Yes,
up,
sir. Got you, bro.
Yeah.
That's what you doing on your work trip.
For his time alone.
Ain't nobody talking to you.
Sorry, boy. Yeah.
Right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all the next time.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Baby, you gonna be able to get off the floor?
Huh?
You gonna be able to get off the floor?
This coming from the dude whose back was glued to the bed. And couldn't get out the bed.
Hey, I'm getting old. Getting old.
Yeah, so keep on talking that shit.
Oh man. Yep.
Bye.
Y'all have a good night.
Paul, I'm gonna call your ass.